everybody, Sandy Hodgkins here from the Granite State Savvy Club, and we are having our next meeting January 17th. There's going to be a lot of really cool information shared. I just heard that Linda Pirelli is going to be joining us as in our Zoom meeting, so that's pretty exciting. And then we have a couple submission videos from some clinicians that are going to be coming to the area this year. Every year in the beginning of the year, when I have more time, I like to send out some homework assignments, and this is going to be the first one for January. So we're going to make up a special Facebook page, and if you're not on Facebook, you can send a video in separately. So I'm going to give you the homework assignment. You have the whole month of January to work on it. When you've completed it, you can upload your video so everybody can see it if you want. And then you're going to be entered into a door prize drawing for a Pirelli magazine. So that's what the homework will be for. So the task is to pick up all 4 feet from one side of your horse. Now this is really good preparation for your horse, and your farrier will love it, that your horse is confident picking up all 4 feet. And the other thing is if you happen to enter an obstacle challenge, sometimes that's one of the things. You have to get off, pick up all 4 feet. So if you can do it from one side of your horse, you're going to save all kinds of time. All right, so I'm going to turn her around. As you know, this is West Wind. So I'm going to do it with West Wind, and then I'm going to do it with Gus. So with West Wind, we've done this quite a few times. I just need to get her where I need her to stand. So we teach the horse to pick up their feet by squeezing their chestnut. So I'm going to reach down, rubber, squeeze the chestnut. We got one front foot. And the thing is, when you pick it up, you need to be able to hold it. We'll say for 5 seconds. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll set it down. Now you go to do the other side. I'm just going to turn her maybe a little bit so you can see it better. Here. Again, we're going to, not that foot. If you want to move her foot there, and say, no, you put that foot back. I wasn't talking to that foot. Now we're going to reach down, squeeze that chestnut, pick up our foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set it down. That's pretty good. Now I'm just going to move her hindquarters over, get a little straight. Help me out here. There we go. Good. Right there. That's good. Okay. Wants to move, no problem. I'm just going to put her back. And this is something that you can do in your barn or out in the pasture. I'm going to reach down. I'm just going to pinch her hock. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set it down. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want you guys to remember, it's not about the task. It's how does your horse feel about the task? How did your horse, were they confident? Were they anxious? Right now she kind of wants to move around a little bit. So I'm going to say that's fine, but I'm just going to redirect your feet where I need them to be. So can you go sideways a little bit? And now leave it alone. Not too far. Not too far that way. There we go. Then she gets a big dose of relief. All right, so next we're going to grab Gus, and we're going to go over the steps that we need for a horse that's never done it before. Okay, so we got Gus, and those of you that don't know Gus, he is more of a playful type of personality, that left brain extrovert. And again, I've never done this with him before. We picked up his feet, but not from one side. So I just got done watching this really good DVD with Ray Hunt, and he talks about it's the preparation. It's getting your horse ready for the maneuver or the task. So we're going to do our best to get him ready, and then hopefully the maneuver and the transition will just happen. So we'll see what happens. Here a little bit. So the first thing is, can he pick up his feet by squeezing the chestnut? So I run my hand down, pinch his chestnut. Can he pick up his foot? And can he hold it? Okay, that's pretty good. And did his hind foot. Run my hand down, squeeze the chestnut. Good. And I like to set the foot down. If you have a horse that likes to lean on you, then go ahead and drop that foot maybe once or twice, and they'll catch themselves. But if your horse is not leaning on you, then be polite and set the foot down. Allow them to follow that feel all the way to the ground. Okay. See the hindquarters a little bit. There you go. Just need them to follow a feel. There we go. Squeeze that chestnut. Pick up the foot. Very good. If you had a horse that liked to kick, then I might take this lead rope and put it around the outside of my body. That way, if they were to kick, I can tip their nose around and the hindquarters will yield away. Start up here, slide down. So there he wants to walk off. No big deal. Let's see what happens. So it's his job to stand still. I don't want to have to make him. So we just put him back. There we go. Just let him know that's where you need to be. Slide my hand down. Squeeze that chestnut, or the hock. Very good. So I'm going to hold it until he softens in his body and relaxes. And then we'll set it back down. Very good. Good. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side. And it's just because I'm a little bit handier from this side, but a good test would be, can you do it from either side? Pick up all 4 feet from one side, from both sides. So if one side is really easy, then work on being able to do both sides. All right, so now is the big test to see if our preparation worked. I'll run my hand down. That's good. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set down. Grab this chestnut, squeeze it. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little worried there. Then it's going to wait until he softens. Now I'll set it down. Very good. Good job. Go back to the hind foot. Squeeze the hock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set it down. Good. And this will be the harder one. Let's see what happens. Gary wants to move away, so he doesn't quite understand. No big deal. So, I'm going to move his hindquarters over. And he's a little kind of occupied with what's going on in the arena. That's all right. So this time I'm going to prepare him a little better. So now you can see his back feet. They're kind of set up where he can pick up his foot and bring it behind this one. So that was poor preparation on my part. So now let's see what happens. I don't need that foot to come forward, so he's picking it shake the rope, say don't go forward. Forward's not what we want. I'm gonna drift with him this time. Go back to squeezing it. Good. Good. There we go. So you're always gonna be thinking, is it a confidence issue, a respect issue, or an understanding issue? And I think right now it's a little bit of an understanding issue. So I don't need you to go forward. There, good. Not forward. Shake the rope a little bit. That's where your yo-yo game comes in handy. Just gonna bring them up here a little bit more. There. Good, right there. Good. Not forward. So again, you can do this in a small area. You don't have to have such a big area. And take your time. It's something to play with. So he needs to know that that's not the right thing to do. So I'm just going to be a little bit more firm when he goes to move. And let him know that's not the right answer. There. Not over there. There. Good. Not over there. There we go. Good. Not over there. Good. You've got to figure this out. What does she want? Not over there. Not over there. Not over there. There. Good. Okay. So I'm going to say maybe he needs some more information. We're going to go back to this side. Good. Squeeze it. That's all I want. Is when I squeeze that, can you just relax and pick it up? Not forward. Not forward. So you can see there's a little bit of a hole there. Not over there. So it's kind of like you're welcome to go over there, but you're not going to be comfortable when you get there. Good. I want to be careful I'm not accidentally pulling on his head. Good. Good. Just relax that foot. Good boy. There, that works. Not over there. That was really good. By that time he just picked it up, he didn't step forward. So he doesn't need to step forward. I just want him to take the pressure off his foot. Take the pressure off. Good. Not forward. I think I gotta come forward a little bit more into the camera spot. weight is set up, and just take his weight off of it, keep it back there. There we go. Good. And go back around this side. Pick it up. And I'd rather not have him step it forward. Forward. I'll just ask him to take it back. There, that was pretty good. Good boy. So now I'm just gonna kind of give him a break from that, just for a moment. Let him know that's what I wanted. Just get the weight off that foot. Good. There's a good looking chew. And we'll go again. Move the tail. Put my hand down his leg. Rather not have him step it forward. That's where I need it. So just let your horse know where you need that foot to be. Don't get in a rush. That wasn't the foot I was talking to. That one, right there, good. There we go. He's still stepping it forward. So when things aren't going just perfect, you just kind of experiment a little bit and say, well, he's not quite understanding what I mean. What else can I do to help him understand? What else can I do? Oh, not there. Shifted his weight a little bit. Not the direction I want. Not the direction I want. Not the direction I want. This is where I hadn't taught him to lead by the tail, but this is something that could come in handy. As an opportunity. So, if I push his head away, more than likely, his hip will come to the inside. The important thing is that you release. There, that was a good one. That your timing when you get the release, that is the most important part. Most important part. So don't give up. Don't say, oh, this isn't working, this isn't working. Just kind of hang in there. Hang in there. I'd like him to take that step back. Not over. So, I'm going to try something else. my rope. There, good. So I needed to do something else to help him understand. So sometimes we don't do the right thing long enough, or sometimes you do something and it needs to be something else to help your horse understand. And that just comes from experimenting. And if it doesn't go right, well, it doesn't go right. So I'm going to try picking up his foot this way. Good. Now I'm going to set it down. Very good. Now I'm going to squeeze the hock. Not what I want. You want to make sure you're going to do your best to keep your head out of the way. So if your horse were to kick, there we go. Good. Go again. I'd like to see if I could just kind of catch it on the way by, like that. Good. And if you want to be a horseman, see, I'm interested in being a horseman. And so every task that we have in the Pirelli program or Glenn Stewart's program, the tasks are a way for you to kind of use your imagination and experiment. How can you get the job done? But you always want to be thinking about the horse. How did the horse feel about that? So he's pretty relaxed. He's still kind of interested in what's going on in the arena, and that's okay. But he gave to pressure. So I'm going to quit on that for today and say that we're going to work more on that next time. So this will just give you a couple ideas that you can play with your own horse. Again, make sure you keep your head out of the way. Make sure you can pick up all 4 feet with your horse willingly from the both sides before you do this. But yeah, just hang in there, and if you can do it with one horse, see if you can do it with another horse, your friend's horse. The more horses that you get a chance to play with, the more experience that you're going to gain. And that's how we get good experiences, by experiencing experiences. All right, so we will see you on January 17th at our Zoom meeting, and hope you got something out of this.